Have you ever reached a point where you were tired of explaining yourself to people who never listened? Have you ever sat there, drained, realizing you were giving your voice, your energy, your heart to people who only valued you when you were useful, available, or easy to access? And then one day, you stopped talking, you stopped arguing, you stopped proving, you stopped chasing understanding from people who were committed to misunderstanding you, and suddenly, everything shifted. The noise dropped, the stress faded, the pressure disappeared. You didn't lose control, you reclaimed it. Because the moment you chose silence over chaos, you became someone they never expected. Someone unbothered, someone self-led, someone who no longer hands out emotional access like it's free. You see, silence is not weakness. Silence is not surrender. Silence is the moment you realize that not every battle deserves your presence, not every situation deserves your reaction, and not every person deserves your soul. Silence is where clarity rises. Silence is where confidence rebuilds. Silence is where your true power is reborn. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius said, "The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have." When you stopped talking, you took back control. You no longer tried to manage their opinions, their moods, their expectations, or their judgments. You began managing yourself. And that's when everything changed. People feel it when you stop giving them unlimited access. They feel it when you stop responding instantly. They feel it when you detach from the drama they once used to distract you. They feel it when your silence replaces the validation you used to give them. And this is where your strength becomes magnetic. Your silence starts revealing truths you missed before. It shows you who respects your boundaries, who values your presence, and who only cared about the benefits of having you around. Silence exposes loyalty, reveals intentions, and separates the genuine from the opportunistic. When you stop talking, you stop enabling. And when you stop enabling, you finally see who people really are. But here's the deeper truth. Silence changes you too. Silence matures your thoughts. Silence sharpens your awareness. Silence builds emotional discipline. Silence makes you dangerous, not because you hold anger inside, but because you no longer allow anyone to pull you out of character. When you stop reacting, the world can no longer control you. They can no longer shape your mood. They can no longer drain your spirit. Your silence becomes your shield, your strategy, and your strength. Today's video is going to break down exactly why silence changes everything, why it protects you, why it exposes others, why it makes you the most powerful person in the room without raising your voice, and why every strong person eventually learns to use silence as a tool, not a retreat. I'm going to show you how to reclaim your power using Stoic discipline, inner control, and unshakable self-worth. Before we dive in, I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. My silence is strength, and my energy is sacred. Number 1. Silence reveals their true intentions. Silence is not just the absence of talking, it is the presence of truth. When you choose to be silent, you remove the noise that people hide behind. You remove the excuses, you remove the performances, you remove the fake sweetness, you remove the illusions. When you go quiet, people's real intentions rise to the surface. The ones who only wanted access to your attention start getting irritated. The ones who only liked your company when it was convenient start backing away. The ones who sought to control you get frustrated because they can no longer pull your emotional strings. Silence breaks the patterns they depended on. It forces them to reveal who they truly are. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once wrote, "What you choose to ignore teaches others what you value." When you remain silent, you send a message they cannot escape. Your peace matters more than pleasing them. Your self-respect matters more than their approval. Your emotional stability matters more than keeping someone comfortable. And the moment you shift that energy, everyone around you shows their true face. The ones who genuinely care will notice the silence and reach out with intention, patience, and respect. They will ask if you are okay, not because they need something from you, but because they value your existence. They will show consistent effort, not convenience. They will show emotional presence, not performance. They will show maturity instead of manipulation, and their actions will prove that their connection with you is real. But the ones who only saw you as an advantage will respond differently. They will get annoyed because your silence cuts off what they were taking from you. They will get distant because now they have to put in effort. They will get defensive because they can no longer control the dynamic. They will get angry because silence exposes the selfishness they never wanted you to see. Silence unmasks people faster than arguments ever could. This is why silence is powerful. When you stop speaking, the truth starts speaking for you. When you stop responding, their behavior reveals everything you need to know. When you stop explaining, their actions show whether they were ever really with you or only with your benefits. Silence becomes the filter that separates the real from the temporary. When you stay quiet, you gain clarity, and clarity is the foundation of strength, peace, and self-respect. Number 2, silence makes you unpredictable, and that shifts the power back to you. When you stop responding the way they expect, you instantly shift the entire dynamic. People get comfortable when they can predict you. They know what triggers you. They know what makes you explain yourself. They know what makes you react emotionally. They know what pulls you back into their game. But the moment you choose silence, all that comfort disappears. Suddenly they don't know what you're thinking. They don't know what you're planning. They don't know how you feel. They don't know if you're done, healing, or simply uninterested. Silence removes access, and access is what they depended on to feel superior. This is why they start watching your page, checking your status updates, creeping on your life from the shadows. They're not checking on you because they care. They're checking because your silence makes them nervous. Stoic wisdom teaches that real power comes from self-command, not control over others. Epictetus said, "No person is free who is not master of themselves." When you stay silent, you become the master of your emotions. You stop feeding them your reactions, and you break every manipulative pattern they relied on. They can no longer read your next move. They can no longer use your words against you. They can no longer provoke you into defending yourself. Silence forces them to feel the absence of your energy, and that absence is felt louder than anything you could have said. Your silence creates distance, and distance creates reflection. They begin to question themselves. They wonder if they pushed too far. They wonder why you're not chasing. They wonder if you finally woke up. They wonder if someone else is getting the peace they once wasted. This is where the real shift happens. Your silence places the emotional weight back in their hands. You're no longer the one stressing. You're not the one overthinking. You're not the one losing sleep. Your quiet becomes their discomfort. Your stillness becomes their confusion. Your calm becomes their chaos. Silence turns the tables without force. It shows confidence without effort. It makes you powerful without aggression. You don't need threats, explanations, or long speeches. Your absence becomes the message. And the people who once took you for granted suddenly realize they no longer have the version of you they could control. That is the power of silence. It makes you unpredictable, and the unpredictable person always holds the advantage. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments. My silence makes me powerful. Number 3. Silence exposes true intentions. Watch who chases and who disappears. Silence is not just about protecting your peace. It's a tool that reveals exactly who people are when they can no longer use your emotions as fuel. When you stop giving instant replies, when you stop explaining your every thought, when you stop showing up for people who barely show up for you, something powerful happens. The truth comes out. People reveal themselves when you stop giving them what they want. Some will try harder. Some will respect your space. Some will attempt to reconnect with sincerity. But others, they will vanish because your silence means they can no longer extract anything from you. That's the beauty of silence. It separates the genuine from the opportunistic. Stoic teachings remind us that character is revealed when pressure is removed. Your silence removes the pressure on others to perform, to pretend, to act. Without your energy feeding their ego or their needs, the mask drops. This is when you discover who actually values you and who only valued the benefits of having you. Some people were never attached to you. They were attached to your kindness, your time, your patience, your validation, your emotional labor. The moment you stop giving these things without limits, their behavior shifts. That shift reveals their true motives better than any conversation ever could. Silence also forces people to confront their guilt. When you're quiet, they start replaying their actions. They remember the disrespect, the submissiveness, the carelessness. They feel the loss that they didn't expect to feel. Suddenly, the person they underestimated becomes the person they can't stop thinking about, because your silence is a mirror. And in that mirror, they see everything they ignored. They see your worth. They see your strength. They see what they misjudged. And you? You gain clarity. You stop romanticizing people who never respected your boundaries. You stop overgiving to those who only took. You stop blaming yourself for things that were never your fault. Your silence becomes the filter that protects your soul from those who never deserved access in the first place. Let them reveal themselves. Let them expose their intentions. Let silence sort out what your words could never fix. Number 4. Silence builds unbreakable self-control. Silence is one of the greatest forms of emotional strength because it forces you to pause before reacting. Most people live in a constant cycle of reacting to everything around them, and that's why they stay drained, confused, and easily influenced. But when you choose silence instead of an emotional outburst, instead of defending yourself, instead of proving a point, you step into a level of power that many never reach. The Stoics believed that true power comes from ruling yourself, not dominating others. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Silence is that power in action. It shows that you refuse to let emotions run your life. It shows that you can observe without being controlled. It shows that you are disciplined enough to stay grounded, even when situations try to pull you into chaos. When you hold your tongue, you protect your energy from being wasted on people who don't deserve explanations. You stop feeding arguments that go nowhere. You stop giving reactions to those who thrive on your frustration. Silence becomes your shield. It keeps you from saying things you'll regret. It stops others from using your words against you. It gives you space to think clearly and respond with wisdom instead of impulse. When you stay silent, you start noticing things you missed before. Tone shifts, hidden intentions, emotional manipulation, subtle disrespect. You become sharper, calmer, wiser. That is where confidence grows, because confidence is not loud, it's controlled. Silence also strengthens your emotional boundaries. You learn to sit with feelings without letting them explode. You learn to choose peace over ego. You learn to value your time and your emotional reserves. And this makes you unpredictable in the best way, because no one can control a person who controls themselves. The more you master silence, the harder it becomes for people to trigger you or pull you into their drama. Your calm becomes a warning. Your patience becomes power. Your silence becomes the moment you reclaim authority over your emotions and your life. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. I control my emotions. Number 5. Silence reveals who values your presence. Silence is not just a tool for emotional strength. It is also a powerful filter that exposes the truth about people's intentions. When you stop initiating conversations, when you stop overgiving, when you stop chasing anyone's attention, you instantly see who genuinely values you. This is why silence changes everything. It removes noise, and noise is where fake loyalty hides. The Stoics often reminded themselves to observe actions, not words. Epictetus said, "If you want to know a man, observe how he acts." Silence forces people to act without your influence, and that reveals everything. When you step back, the right people step forward. The wrong ones fade away. The loyal show effort. The distant show excuses. The respectful check in. The self-centered disappear. Your silence becomes a spotlight that exposes every truth people tried to cover with sweet words or polite performances. When you go quiet, you stop feeding relationships that depend on your constant effort. You stop maintaining connections that only survive because you keep them alive. Silence reveals the imbalance. Silence shows you whether someone appreciated your presence or simply used your presence. The ones who care will feel your absence and respond with action. They won't wait for you to speak first. They won't ignore the shift. They will reach out because connection matters to them. But the ones who never valued you will treat your silence like nothing happened, and that tells you everything. You don't need confrontation to recognize someone's priorities. You just need distance. Silence is also a wake-up call for people who took your consistency for granted. Once you pull back, they suddenly realize the comfort your presence provided. They feel the gap your energy once filled. And that's the moment you reclaim your position of strength, because now you see the truth without guessing, forcing, or begging. Silence gives you clarity that talking never will. It teaches you who is real, who is temporary, and who was only there for convenience. And once you see the truth, you can choose relationships that honor your worth instead of drain it. Let silence show you everything words tried to hide. Number 6. Self-control builds respect. Silence is not just the absence of talking, it is the presence of discipline. When you choose silence instead of reacting emotionally, you strengthen one of the greatest powers a human can ever develop: self-control. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "He who has power over himself is truly powerful." Most people give their power away because they respond too quickly, too emotionally, and too impulsively. Silence protects you from that. Silence gives you space to think clearly, to choose your responses wisely, and to avoid saying things you can't take back. When you become someone who doesn't react out of anger, fear, or insecurity, you stand out in a world full of emotional chaos. You become someone others respect, not because you demand it, but because your composure commands it. Silence keeps you from being manipulated. When someone expects you to explode, defend, or justify yourself, and instead you remain calm and grounded, they lose the ability to control your emotions. You break the cycle where they push and you react. You break the pattern where they provoke, and you respond. Your silence becomes a shield that protects your energy from being drained and your confidence from being damaged. This is how you reclaim your power. When you refuse to play emotional games, when you stop letting others pull your strings, people realize they cannot influence you through pressure or manipulation. They must approach you with respect, clarity, and honesty. Your quiet strength forces them to communicate better or walk away. Silence also teaches you how to understand your feelings without letting them rule you. You learn to observe your own thoughts, identify your triggers, and manage your reactions. You become emotionally intelligent, and emotional intelligence makes you magnetic. People trust those who can stay calm under pressure. People admire those who can think before they speak. People respect those who stay grounded even when challenged. Your silence is not weakness, it is mastery. And once you master yourself, no one can overpower you again. You become a force people must approach with intention, integrity, and genuine respect. Number 7. Silence shows you who values you. Silence has a way of revealing truth in a world filled with mixed signals and confusing words. When you stop giving constant attention, constant reassurance, and constant effort, you quickly learn who genuinely cares and who only benefits from your presence. People who value you will notice your silence and reach out with sincerity. People who only used you will notice your silence and look for someone else to drain. Silence forces every person in your life to reveal their intentions without you saying a single word. Marcus Aurelius said, "Actions speak louder than words," and silence gives people the space to show you their actions without your influence. When your voice steps back, their behavior steps forward, and that behavior tells you everything you need to know. Silence becomes the test that no one can cheat. If someone only respected you when you were available, talkative, and easy to access, your silence will expose their entitlement immediately. They may get frustrated, impatient, or distant because they never valued you, they only valued what you gave them. And on the other hand, people who truly care will not let silence turn into distance. They will check on you, support you, and make an effort because genuine souls don't disappear when your voice quiets. Silence reveals the difference between attachment and loyalty, between convenience and commitment, between taking you for granted and choosing you with intention. Silence gives you clarity. When you stop explaining yourself endlessly, you see who understands you without being told. When you stop rewarding disrespect with forgiveness, you see who adjusts their behavior. When you stop filling every gap with words, you create space for real connections to breathe. This is how you protect your energy and stop wasting time on people who don't appreciate your presence. Silence is the filter that removes noise and leaves you with truth. When someone steps up, you know they are with you for real. When someone fades away, you know they were never meant to stay. Your silence teaches others how to treat you by showing you first who deserves access to you. It is not a punishment, it is revelation. Number 8. Silence sets the standard for how you expect to be treated. Silence isn't just the absence of sound, it's the presence of self-respect. It's the moment you draw a line without shouting, without arguing, without begging anyone to change. When you go silent, you create a powerful standard that shows people exactly what you will and will not tolerate. Seneca said, "He who is brave is free," and choosing silence when someone crosses a boundary is an act of freedom. It frees you from their chaos, their manipulation, their inconsistency, their empty promises. Silence is the moment you stop trying to fix people who don't want to grow and start protecting the peace you've worked hard to build. When you pull back, you reset the dynamic. You teach others that your time has value, your heart has limits, and your energy has requirements. You are not an emotional convenience. You are not someone who settles for crumbs. Your silence becomes the reminder that you refuse to be spoken to disrespectfully, treated carelessly, or taken for granted again. When someone thinks you will always be available, your silence corrects that assumption. When someone assumes you'll keep forgiving, your silence breaks that pattern. When someone expects you to chase them, your silence ends that cycle. Silence becomes your boundary, spelled out in bold letters. It shows that you're no longer negotiating your worth or explaining your needs to people who never listened. It proves that your self-respect is louder than their excuses. Silence forces people to adjust their behavior if they want access to you. They either rise to meet your new standard or they fall away. Either outcome benefits you because you finally stop accepting less than what you give. Silence is leadership. Silence is discipline. Silence is honor. It is the moment you show the world, if you want a place in my life, you must treat me with care. And if they cannot match that standard, silence is how you walk away without fear. Here's the truth. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is strength. Silence is authority. Every time you choose to hold your words, pause your reactions, and protect your energy, you reclaim control over your life. You no longer allow others to dictate your mood, your choices, or your worth. The Stoics taught us that our power lies in mastering ourselves, not in controlling others, and silence is the ultimate tool to do exactly that. When you walk through life with calm confidence, letting your actions and presence speak louder than words, you create a force field around your energy that no one can penetrate without respect. People notice. People adjust. People either step up or step aside. And that is the clarity you need to surround yourself with the right people and let go of the rest. Remember, you do not owe explanations, justifications, or defenses. Your peace, your time, your energy are sacred. Protect them fiercely. Use silence to sharpen your mind, strengthen your boundaries, and magnify your worth. Today is the day you stop reacting to chaos and start responding with power. Today is the day you let your quiet strength lead the way. Stand tall. Speak less. Command more. Let the world feel the impact of someone who has mastered themselves. If you found this message empowering, hit subscribe, stay connected, and remember, your silence is your authority, your shield, and your power. I want you to drop this affirmation in the comments right now. I walk in silence. I lead with strength.